stream, July. This is our 4th month of the year doing live streams for you. We're excited to be here. Got some all original music today, including new music mostly by Andrew, and some old music, a couple years old, by me. And today's special, we're streaming to YouTube and Facebook, so we'll look forward to seeing everyone's comments. And yeah.
Can we see where it says?
Go ahead.
How many people there? All right. Well, we're going to start the program off here with completing my new piece, Dragonfly. This is a multiple movement piece that I started writing last last summer, 1 year ago. We were in Oregon, staying in rustic cabins and writing some music. And I don't know why, I guess I don't know why I picked Dragonfly, but I had this idea all in advance that this piece would be kind of like the life cycle of the Dragonfly. And somehow it just kind of related to music to me, and I was, ready to go with it. So there's 4 parts to this that I wrote last summer and then revised when we got home, and we've been spending the last 4 months learning how to play it. So today you'll get to hear for the first time all 4 movements in a row. We're going to start with the first movement. It's called Aquatic, and the first thing I learned was that yes, dragonflies live much of their life underwater, and up to 5 years of their life they live underwater. They're going around eating other bugs and swimming around, and I wanted to make some kind of opening music that kind of goes with some underwater themes. So,
and the dragonfly moves around by pumping water through its body. So it's kind of funny. You can imagine little dragonfly. That's how they swim. So, all right. Thanks everyone for joining in. Hey, Johannes. Great live stream earlier today. Hey, Lana, Tina. Hey, Mom and Dad in Idaho. All right, here we go. Some dragonfly swimming in the water music. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hey Marco, Dave, Teresa. Hey Pat Mom. Tom, thanks for joining us. I think I also saw Grant Uys, guitarist in Ashland, Oregon, too. Today we also have guitarist Michael Pierce, friend of ours and colleague. He's moderating for us, so if you have questions, we're playing some pretty complicated music today, so we won't be able to be as attentive to the stream. If you have questions and things, you can kind of shout out. He'll be able to direct you. So, yeah.
Great. We'll continue. The second movement, again, written in Oregon. These first three movements were written at a rustic cabin in northeastern Oregon on the border of Washington. We're really close to Walla Walla. And I wake up every morning, go sit on the picnic table, and I don't know, channel the music and let it come through. So this next movement, Molting, is about when the dragonfly comes out of the water and then is basically reborn into a beautiful flying creature. And so we get this there's these two parts to this song, and this part in the middle where they cross together, and the new dragonfly emerges. So it's 5/4 metric modulation. Bunch of musicians here watching, so you can hear our 5/4 and some nice tremolo here in the flute and the guitar. Molting. All right.
Do we need to say hello to anyone else?
I don't know.
I saw Sandy. Hello. I saw maybe Steven. Hello.
Yeah. All right.
Trying to say hello and play the music at the same time.
All right, we're gonna continue with flying, and yep, that's right, Johannes. Yep, both tremolo, flute, and guitar. Carmen probably might have the harder part, although I was playing 6-note tremolo. It's not as easy. Thanks, Josh. Flying's the next movement. This again written in Oregon, the first cabin. Although this went through a lot of revisions once we got home. This, of course, the Dragonfly goes and flies around. That's what we all think of. And this one's kind of a longer piece. You can kind of think of, like the first time you try to fly, it might not be so easy. It might take some time. And at some point it gets going like crazy. And we'll try to keep this all under control, the two of us. And I'm going to try to do it from memory, so wish me luck.
And the Dragonfly only spends how long?
What, one season?
Yeah, a couple months
outside,
actually getting to fly while it spent years in the water. So it's kind of like being a musician. All right, let's fly.
man. Sweating now. Yeah.
It's supposed to go right on to the next one, but we'll take a little.
Oh yes. I
2
figured
second break.
it out. This is for Johannes. P-A-M-I-M-A. Pamima. P-A-M-I-M-A.
Now we're in guitarist link.
Going backwards. Woo. All right. So.
Hello, Sandy. Hello, Debbie. Hello. Who else did you see?
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo. Thanks for joining us.
Moving on to the last movement here. This is the premiere of Heart Dance, and just a little story that goes with this one.
Hey, Emily.
So what we did last summer is we stayed at 2 different cabins, and we had to move in the middle to a separate cabin, and all the way in the south of Oregon. It was a long drive, long day, and the second cabin was so remote. We wanted to like bring a lot of food with us, and it said that there was a propane fridge and this whole thing. So we showed up late at night with all this stuff, and the place was kind of trashed. There was mouse poop all over, and the fridge was not working. And so, we spent a couple days putting the place back together, got the propane stove or fridge to light, which now I got this skill. And anyways, the point is, this isn't always all like super happy and easy all the time. And so I wrote this piece. This is called the Heart Dance. It's like basically the circle like mating pose that the dragonfly do before they die, and I thought Heart Dance sounded much nicer than some of the other options, and somehow this is just like a really beautiful, nostalgic, sweet, bitter kind of piece that I just don't think I could normally write, and so I'm really happy and proud of that, and it's a good way to complete the set of pieces. Heart Dance.
World premiere of Heart Dance.
5/4 or 5/8. Yep, it's in 5. It's
Hey,
based
Daniel.
on Zortzico, dance from España.
Hey, Brendan. Hey, Emily.
Thanks, Brendan.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for being in the class, man. Yeah, and we got a new painting behind us. The observant Michael Pierce.
This is our Delicate Omen CD cover that we commissioned Eileen Garrett to make. All right.
Well,
Mr. Bergeron is up.
I'm going to continue with a guitar solo. This is the last movement of my pieces I've been working on that I published here. We got the Quarantine Etudes, basically back in March and April when the whole world seemed scary and weird and nuts. I wrote these set of etudes for all the guitar players who are crazy, like me and all of you. So they're all based on these kind of folk songs and deal with some kind of technique. Today I'm going to finish the 4th one for you. I played one a month now for a while. The 4th one is called Augustin, and it's based on this story, this folk song, Du lieber Augustin, or you might know it with, how's it go?
Did you ever see a
Yeah, see a lassie. Okay, you might know it like this, but the story behind this composition is what got me thinking. So in the late 17th century, 1679, the Great Plague came to Austria, and there was this musician named Marx Augustin who supposedly wrote songs and played the bagpipes. And one night he went to the pub and probably drank too much and was coming home and passed out on the side of the road. In the morning, the guards came by. They thought he was dead. So they threw him in the mass grave out front for all the people dying of the plague. And he woke up a while later and was like, oh my God, I'm not dead. And here I'm with all these dead people, and he couldn't get out. So he played his bagpipes, people heard it, and they took him out. And then he wrote this song, and that's how we get this. So I thought it was pretty fitting. And what I did every morning for about 2 weeks as I was working on this is I went and walked up the hill of the cemetery, walked around the cemetery in the early, foggy, cold spring in Michigan, and thought this song up. So it's a lot of fun in arpeggios, and I'll play it for you now. We do have, yes, thank you, yes, the sheet music available, handmade in the house by our printer and us with beautiful fingering, so you can figure out how to play this too, because you're just sitting around at home now anyways, just like me. And we got 2 left, man. Grant's got one, and Michael's got one, and you can have this. I'll send it to you in the mail, and it's awesome. It'll take up all your time for the next 2 months. All right. Let's see how this goes. Here we go.
All right, get rid of this.
You want to talk? It's your turn.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thanks again, everybody, for listening. This is our monthly pleasure, really, to play, and we're so happy and honored that we can continue to do this. It's really great. We're going to finish off our set with one of my pieces. This is something that I also wrote mostly in rustic cabins, and it's called the Naturaleza Suite, the Nature Suite, and it's kind of like a Baroque dance suite, but I wrote pieces about different animals and insects and nature, and each one is a Argentine dance. So instead of, European Baroque dances, it's Argentine dances. So we'll start with the first one. This is called Octopus Fantasma, or Octopus Ghost, or Ghost of the Octopus. And this is a chacarera, which is a dance from northern Argentina in 3/4. It's a lot of these are sort of country style dances. So this one has a very syncopated beat. It's a partner dance similar to a square dance. And it's got a really cool kind of percussive thing in the guitar where you actually kind of swish your nails against the strings. And I actually give that percussion to the flute too. So here's Octopus Fantasma. show. All right, I guess I get to talk now. All right, so we just played a couple straight through. We played a samba, which is another Argentine dance form called Samba of the Bulls. And then we played Rio Sin Tiempo, or River Without Time, in the form of a chaconne in 5/4. Guess we like those odd meters. Thanks everybody for listening. Hey, Jaylene, thanks for listening. Abby, Marco, Rita. Who else did I see? Lana? Yeah. Olivia, thanks for your comments.
Yeah, so we got 2 more here for
Yeah.
you, and I guess I'll just mention before we continue, I know you're like all our friends and our family, all the supporters, organizers. Thank you for all that you've done for us in the past, and if you can swing it, we're accepting donations for this concert, or if you're into things like CDs or scores or any of that, we'll send them to you in the mail. We have a couple specials. We got our whole attic filled with these things, and be happy to send them to you. We have the score for the Naturaleza Sheet.
Has a beautiful, this is actually the next song we're going to play, the Mantis religiosa. This is the picture, focus, of praying mantises dancing the tango. That's what the next song is going to be about.
It's from the album Dreaming to Live. You can download it on our website, or if you want the CD, it's got a beautiful booklet, picture.
Dreaming to Live. Yeah, this is our monthly special, actually, are these. If you donate, then we'll send you some of our merch. All right, so here's the Mantis religiosa, or the praying mantis, as a tango. And we end with an Argentine chamamé called Snake Dreams. I actually wrote this for my little niece, Sage. Hey, Sage, I think I saw you watching, and Tracy and Daniel too. And when I came back from one of our tours, I had dreams every night of snakes, and my new little niece, Sage, who's 5 now. And so anyway, this piece is called Snake Dreams. All right. So thank you, everybody, again. It's our pleasure to be here. We'll be doing this next month again. And next month is actually we always do this on the second Sunday. Next month is actually our anniversary. So we're going to do a special anniversary show of all pieces we wrote together. So that'll be fun. We're also boosting up our enrollment for our Folias school. So for the fall, we'll be looking for more students in flute and guitar and composition.
Yeah, and thanks everybody so much for tuning in on this beautiful afternoon, wherever you might be. Y'all take care, and if you feel so inclined, any type of donation or tips would be greatly appreciated. Been practicing for this one, and y'all take care of yourselves, be safe, be well, let's all be alive, and live the good life.
Let's be alive.
Make the world a better place. So,
all right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.